We're all in it together.
What do you think is the biggest challenge to this kind of work?
I think giving yourself permission to make mistakes. Give yourself permission to be vulnerable and be yourself and not know what's going to happen. And I don't even like the word mistakes. Or I feel like we want to avoid being in a place of stasis. Stasis means we're not moving. If we are moving, and usually we're moving forward, then we have things that people code name success and failure that are really just code words for movement. And if we are moving forward and learning from our movement, then there is no failure in the traditional definition of the word. We'd often learn more from the things called failure than our successes. So it's really just about trying. Like it's just going for it and seeing what happens and discovering what tools you already have within you and maybe discovering some new tools that you can utilize in your personal life. Like freestyle for me is, I mean, outside of a vehicle for greater self-awareness, communication, active listening, it's also, I've been in when I used to work in an office, I had an answer for everything immediately without even having
Mm.
to think. Like, just did you do these calls and what happened with done? Like, and I tell folks, especially like youth, it could be really handy in sometimes to have immediate answers to questions. Like where were you going? What are you doing? Excuse me, sir, am I being detained? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it can be the never having to be pressed for what to say has been a tremendous life skill and gift directly from freestyle rap for
Mm,
me.
mm. I love this. And especially, I had an acting teacher in school that would say the hardest thing that you could possibly do is allow yourself to be ugly on stage.
Mm,
And I think for this, I think the more operative term would be not ugly, but silly. I
yes,
think,
yes,
I
yeah.
think, I think I found, and people get to see some of the exercises and an example of some of the exercises that they'll do in the salon. But I think allowing yourself to be silly, like not just to have an answer, but to have like a nonsense thing of like
Yes.
this is for us.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
that's important to actually do, especially like everything seems very serious
Yeah,
today.
yeah,
So it's nice to be a little silly.
and there's something therapeutic about play. Just being able to embrace play is it's something that folks keep coming back to me and saying. It's like I appreciate having this consistent space to play, and I know that people will play with me back.
Mm. Is there anything on that kind of line of thought where people should either bring something, or how can they prepare themselves, or just show up?
For sure, for sure. I think headphones will help us out on our adventure, just to avoid any potential Zoom and tech things, because tech stays teching and life stays
Yeah.
lifing. And otherwise, just open mind, open heart, and when asked, open mouth.
That sounds great. Is there anything else you want to share or say before we wrap things up?
I love to play. Please come play with me. We're gonna have so much fun. It's gonna feel beautifully weird, and we're all gonna grow together as a result of the experience.
I love beautiful weirdness. Thank you so much, BS. I'm very excited. Both my boyfriend and I will be in attendance in separate rooms of the house, doing our own thing. But we will see you all on June 12th. It's a Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be on the lookout for the save the date and the invite. Thanks, BS.
My pleasure, Kate.